So I do want to dive a little bit more into how you said you're able to kind of merge your filmmaking and traveling. It's like, do you have any tips for people that want to make a living while trying to travel and live freely?
Yes. uh, it's definitely really challenging, and I think that if you want to start to do that, you need to just start. You need to just start from wherever it is that you are, and don't feel like you have to, go to Bali or go to Spain or whatever, or go to Colombia and just um, like if you're just staying in your own hometown or the city that you live in right now and you just start doing remote work, then you're already working towards that lifestyle. You're already working towards being able to create a flexible schedule where you can just, pick up and go whenever it is that you want. And I only say that because I feel like, a lot of people think about that kind of lifestyle and they think, oh, you have to be nomadic and just like and not have a house or furniture and just, live out of, a suitcase and just travel the world and go to all these exotic places. And you can absolutely do that, but you also have the option of having a home base and creating a schedule for yourself where you can, leave for a month or 3 months if that is something that you want to do, but come back to your house. And that's how I am now, because I love my room, I love my bed. I love having my own space. And and I I feel like that kind of like lifts the pressure off of it, because it doesn't seem as such a like big thing, and it's not as scary, because a lot of people go into it and they're thinking like, they've never traveled before, or maybe they've traveled only a little bit. So it's kind of daunting to think like, oh, well, I have to start a business and I have to do this and I have to do that and I have to get like a job and like, like how do you work all of those things? And I think if you scale back and just think in simpler terms, like you just have to start freelancing. I mean, that's really all it comes down to, is figuring out what skills you have, what skills you want to work on. What is it that you're really passionate about? Because if you're going to be working mainly by yourself, it can get pretty isolating. It can get pretty lonely. And if you aren't working on something that you're passionate about, on something that you're motivated to get up out of bed to go do and do the work on your own, then it's going to be very difficult. It's going to be very difficult for you, because you don't have a boss, you don't have a company that's asking you or making you clock in and clock out every day. They're not making you, wake up at 6 a.m. to show up at the office at 7. And being able to work on something that you really truly love to do will help you to be able to focus and to stay motivated and to actually get up in the morning and do the work that you need to do. Because it all seems like fun and games, on Instagram, but the truth is that it does take a lot of work, and it does take a lot of dedication and perseverance.